Hi, this is BB. One of the things I remember, and I think it's still happening, is when I was in California, I lived in a little cottage, and the people who I know is behind this. They lived in the other. There were a big property with two cottages and the main house. It was all rented out, and I lived in one cottage, and she lived in the other. And when I started noticing that I was being hacked, and I was talking about it in my house, of course, if I'm being hacked, one of the things I did was like it's two things were happening to me. I know I was being hacked, and I started to get paranoid for some reason. My behavior pattern was not normal. I did not know though that they were doing this. I thought the most they were doing was just sitting around my house. But one of the things that they used to do was go behind the wall where my bathroom was, and like when if I was sitting on the toilet, and they would be recording. And I used to be vocal about it. I was hoping something I would say would just gross her out, or make her just feel disgusted even with me or herself or whatever she was doing, or she would be like, whatever, a joke went too far. I was really fervently hoping it was just a joke went too far. But no, I don't know what they were doing with that. I don't know what they want me to believe, that there's some live broadcast somewhere, because she said that before. In my head, before I became aware well, I don't know what broadcast is. I mean, is it what, on a screen for people to see? I don't understand. Why are they interested? For what? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. In my mind, it's like Johnny Depp said, it's just a fucking movie. Go out and get a cheeseburger. Just stop fucking with people. You know what I mean? What the hell is this? It doesn't make sense to me. What is it? Because Johnny Depp that said that. He talked about M. Night Shyamalan. He said M. Night Shyamalan, when he was supposed to do Signs, I think, in The Village, the movies, and he was taught, I know what, this is off the topic, but he said you have to sign a contract. You don't have to talk about this. I guess he's trying to, because Hollywood, if you notice, has a habit of like 2 or 3 movies comes out at the same time, different studios, and they all have the same theme. That's what they try to do. They outdo each other, right? Everybody's looking to make more money. Well, anyway, he said, it's just a movie. Just go out and get a cheeseburger. And I was laughing. And I still remember it, right? He was like, this is just so stupid. Like, But anyway, it's just the same thing here. I mean, what is this? All these gang stalkers, just lighten the fuck up and just go out and get a fucking cheeseburger. Just stop fucking with people. They're really not living, because most of them are probably drug addicts or alcoholics or some sort of addiction, because they don't really work. They're monetizing us, and monetizing us in the most deplorable sense, every sense of the word. It's like they're just monetizing us horrendously. They have no respect for humanity. They have less respect for us as human beings. I'm talking about humanity as a whole. And when they individualize us as human beings, as me and you, they have even less respect. In fact, they not only have a lack of respect, they have an abundance of disrespect, dislike, disdain, sense of entitlement, that they can do whatever they want, wherever they want, whatever they want to our bodies and our minds, that they have that legal right to do that. I guess they feel they have a legal right because the police is not doing anything. Most of the time, they don't believe us. Most of the time, they don't even believe us. We can't get past that stage to get them to actually start questioning things and taking us seriously. It boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. We can't even get past the stage where we can get them to actually believe something is happening to us. And we know, most of the times, we know who the perpetrators are. That's why I said, people who watch my videos, I'm not doing this for show or attention. I want ideas on how to combat this, you know? Let's put our best foot forward and think of ways how we can get them to start. And it'll be like a wildfire. Once they start believing a few of us, more and more we will be heard, and this will be put to a stop. Because once they start catching these people, you will find that a lot of them know each other, because this is organized crime in a way. It's organized crime in a way. If not, it is organized crime flat out. You know what I mean? Because it's highly organized. They have people all over the country. No matter where we go, the people are messing with us. They know where to find these people. They know how to find them. You and I have no idea. I don't know where. What am I going to do? Take out an ad in the newspaper? I don't know. Understand how to find them. Well, any gang stalkers out there looking for some part-time work? I mean, I got somebody for you to mess with. How do you look for them? I mean, oh my God. I just don't get it. But then again, you and I, with our temperament, with our empathy, we would not do that. We don't have the stomach for it. Not that something had ever crossed our minds to do that to this extent. Yes, you want to catch them and pummel the shit out of them, like we all do. Even a police officer, they would do this to him personally outside of his uniform. He wanted to do the same thing, just catch him and beat him to the ground. Because they make you angry. But they make us angry. They make us angry for a reason. They want us to say things, to say stupid things. They want us to be belligerent. They want us to act belligerently, especially in public, talking to ourselves, acting just like we're the two words, stupid and crazy. These are narcissistic terms, by the way. Stupid and crazy. Do some research right on YouTube. There are many psychologists, not just people who without a psychology degree. We're talking about actual psychologists, practicing psychologists who stated that the terms stupid and crazy is synonymous with a lot of narcissistic, borderline sociopaths, psychopaths, whatever. But that's how it works. They think everybody is stupid and crazy. It's like the way how their mind is, they're seeing the world in that way. Look at what these people are doing to us. A few years ago, before you were started, did you ever think that people existed out there who could stomach? Just think about stomaching, watching what they're doing to us. Watching and not only watching, but relishing in it, enjoying it, laughing at it, thinking it's funny. And these are people with families, with kids of their own. They seem to, I don't understand that. They claim to love their family, but they're hating on everybody else and killing them and messing with them because they think it's funny or they're getting money for it. Which heart are they doing this to us? And which heart are they loving the family with? The same one? I don't think so. Which emotions are they doing this? I mean, which emotions are they getting off on, having fun with? Laughing, genuine laughter, not forced laughter, thinking it's funny, getting angry at us because we are not reacting in the same way twice or the same way 3 or 4 times like they expect us to. Because at some point, even the people they hire starts to get a feeling of entitlement. Like if they press this key on the piano, you get this sound. But when they press the key and they get another sound, they get mad. But those are the people who profess to love their families. With which emotions? Which ones? How are they separating these emotions? It's amazing to know how they would see us. How would they see us? I'm not talking about watching through your eyes. How do they see us? Do they see us as human beings? What do they see us as? What, big, fat, walking on 2 legs, cockroaches, rodents, reptiles, what? a plague. What do they see us as? We are creations just like them and their family, the same family they profess to love. The same family members they profess to love. We're human beings. We have just as much value in his eyes as their family does. And this is how they're disrespecting us while they're professing to love their own family. You know what the word is? Yes, it's hypocrite. They're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. That's all they are. They're just hypocrites. And they know it. And I think after a certain point of doing this, because nobody, no human being can hold on to this much depravity, these depraved thoughts, these ugly, miserable thoughts of hurting human beings to this way. Nobody can hold that inside without going insane at some point. The negativity, the cruelty would be too much. We were not meant for this. We were not meant to have all this animosity inside. It's a case of it will become their predominant emotions and actions, because the thoughts and the emotions would start to correspond. Actions will ultimately follow until it becomes, this is not just something they do, but who they are, because it'll be a lifestyle of doing this. It'll become their lifestyle choice. I just don't understand that. Is it narcissism on steroids? Being a psychopath? This is not borderline now. That would be a definite psychopath. But I think whatever humanity is there, it's crying inside of them. It's crying. But they don't want to see it. They don't want to deal with it. They suppress it whenever it comes up. They suppress it with laughter, drugs, alcohol, and more bashings on the people who tries to say something to get them to reach the real them. They hide it. They don't want to deal with it. That's a choice. There are people who have been alcoholics for years say, I need help, I need help. Cigarette smoking, cutting, drugs, they need help. They are ready. They don't want that lifestyle anymore. Stop making excuses. They don't want to be with it. Not because they feel like to be a normal member of society, you have to give up the alcohol and drugs. No, they just don't want what the shit is doing to their body. They don't want what it's doing to their mind. They don't want to keep feeling like a degenerate and watching their body and their minds decay in the mirror and inside every day and experiencing it. That's what they want. Because when they get off the alcohol or the drugs, nobody's telling them they have to do anything. They automatically will gravitate towards healthy decisions, healthy choices, and then healthy actions. That's the way it is. We're all energy. Some people, scientists will call it energy. Some people call it the Holy Spirit. Either way, bada boom, bada bing, to me it's the same thing. It's God's Holy Spirit. This is how it works. The spirit is neutral. This energy, this creative energy is neutral. We give it meaning. We give it life. Are you giving it a horrible meaning, or are you giving it a great meaning? It's up to us. What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with them? This is a choice. But what I'm saying, at some point, the point I was trying to make before I became long-winded, is they cannot hold all these things inside. And what happens is that they start to blame us at some point. They take out the anger, the self-hatred and the self-loathing they feel for themselves. They start to punish us more. They start to pummel us more. It's our fault. We shouldn't have been who we are. We shouldn't have been alive. God should not have created us. It's because we exist in whatever capacity in the way how they see us. If we had an asset they want, or we had some information they want, or we know something or witness something inadvertently that they don't want to get out, whatever they see as the problem in their life, well, we shouldn't have been there. It's our fault now, isn't it? That's just the way how energy changes. It just finds another way to blame other people. These are people who would never see that they're doing something wrong. They will find the flimsiest of excuses, that mind they have, will find the flimsiest of excuses to blame us for what they're doing. And they do blame us. Isn't it always our fault? So the baseline for this is just like an abuser on steroids, basically. Except that they're, you know, because when a woman is being brutalized every day in her home by her husband, as they say, the psychological scars are hardest to heal. They always, well, they're scars. They always will leave a mark there. The physical ones will heal and the bruises will go away. Discoloration will go away, but the internal ones are going to be there for a long time. Well, they're doing this to us on a massive scale. So I'm just going to be like, you know, I don't understand. I just don't understand this level of depravity. And the more they lose I don't say they lose because it's still there. They can't lose what they are. It's still down inside. This here is a learned behavior. I'm talking about what's keeping them alive. What's keeping them alive. Everybody has it. You could be the world's... Hitler had it. Stalin had it. I have it, you have it. That's the baseline, what's keeping us. The empathy that differentiates between right and wrong. They know what they're doing is wrong. You don't have to be an empath or a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath to know the difference between right and wrong. Like I said, just because it's there to do. They can take a red hot poker and put it in the eye. They don't do that. Which psychopath does that? You could do it? Does he do it? No. No. Why not? Because it'll hurt. Now, he would take a poker and put it in your eye. He don't care. See what I mean? If that's not rational thinking, then what is? That's why I believe they should all be judged. You know, they're rational people. This bogus shit, you know, it's like, I know. They're gonna, you'll see when they start catching them, they'll start coming up with all these different things. You'll see what'll happen. All these different things. Just not too good. They would prefer to be hospitalized. They're now the victims. Watch and see what'll happen. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. But they have choices. They have choices. This is a choice to do this. And I don't understand how they can claim to hate somebody to this extent, because I just don't get it. You could feed someone. There are people who go out and feed people. People who go out and teach people, give up their time for free. The free classes, free, you know, different things to help people to get back on their feet. There are people who are the opposite of these people. Some of them that they help are probably victims of these people. Not just the ones that are doing this to me, but, you know, worldwide. They give of themselves. So, these are like, what, the opposite of those people? How? They give because it makes them feel good. They feel good about it. So, you're telling me these people doing this to us, they feel good about it. That's what I mean. I don't understand it. Can somebody explain that to me? How does one feel good about watching a person in suffering 24 hours a day, knowing you're inflicting it, and you're happy about it? How? What kind of... Oh, I don't know. I mean... And then you're claiming that you love your family members. With what heart? Which heart? You have one on a shelf someplace? Whether you exchange? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I really don't.